Welcome back to Classes In, where we show you how to write a screenplay.
Hey guys, welcome back. Class is in. It's another session. This is going to be course 4. We're going to go ahead and do this Monday as a Memorial Day tribute to all of the soldiers that died in battle. We will bow our heads. Thank you. Now, let's get down to action. You're learning how to write for free today, so you may as well take advantage of this holiday. I figured to actually, if you are doing the 15 minutes a day of writing, and hopefully, even if you're going to the beach with some friends, get up 15 minutes earlier, go to bed 15 minutes later, do it before you go to bed. Make it a part of your daily ritual right after you brush your teeth or something and use the restroom in the morning. Jump on it, wash your face, jump on that computer for 5 minutes, have your coffee, whatever you do, right? Rinse off in the shower, whatever. Even if you go work, like I was working 60 hours a week. I was married non-successfully. I always said I was married to my writing, as if being driven to success is some sort of a character flaw. Extra points if you know a movie. If you don't, it's the guy that has a love affair with Kevin Spacey's wife in the film. Spoiler alert, but if you haven't seen it yet, then welcome to the 21st century. You're probably never going to, but it's from American Beauty. That was a good film, but we're not going to reference that very much in this class. But don't hold me to anything that I say too tightly with that kind of stuff, but except when it comes down to itinerary. So like we discussed, we're going to go over some basic sort of like, we can't just tell you jump in there and write it now that you know all of this stuff from our previous 3 courses. We have to teach you step by step how to do that. Meaning, like, we're going to start with action lines. And an action line, we've gone over how characters' names are all in caps the first time and only the first time that you introduce them. There's going to be other things that are all in caps also. So if somebody screams something, sound is in caps. Sound will be capitalized. Also, the name, as we discussed prior, we'll go over that again. How we see the name in the center, right underneath the action lines, right above the center dialogue beneath the name. That will always all be capitalized every single time when it does show the name. The only time that we change that rule is when it's in the action lines and the person's being referred to. And again, we're doing that. We don't even want to do too much of that because we did mention not over-directing the script. These directors know what they're doing or have an ego like they do. So even if they don't know what they're doing and maybe it's not exactly how you wanted your script to be, if you've got a great director, any kind of big wallet, some kind of production label working on your screenplay, just take it in there. If they want to buy it, take the money and run. You could do like I did, not make a name for yourself and just sell as a ghost writer. They call that ghost writing. That's what I've done, and I kind of regretfully, I mean, I got a lot more work because of it, but then the writer's strike happened, COVID-19 happened right before that, so things were already completely screwed up in the industry, and now I'm, going for the gusto and teaching for free and really trying to get my watch hours up also, quite frankly, because I'm on a mission from God to get monetized on YouTube, and I know that I can do it. I've been messing with YouTube since 2016, and just off and on, like there are years I didn't even post anything, and even when I did post, sometimes it'd only be 1 or 2 videos that year. So you can see my older content. I wasn't posting stuff so that I could make money. Most of the time, it was like for a friend. Oh, I want to show you this thing I saw, or oh, check this out, or look where I'm at. How do I send it to them? At the time, there weren't any great link sharing devices. All I think of was just, well, I'll just make it on YouTube and send it to them. And if other people see it, who gives a shit? And at first, I used my name, Kyle Manfrey. Then I use that as well, but also Kyle T. Manfrey, to deviate me from any other versions, evil versions of Kyle. No, but there's another Kyle Manfrey, I believe, in New York, and things like that. So now it's just Kyle Manfrey. You're watching Classes In. You know a little bit more about me now. You know that I've been writing since I was, in high school, and that I just turned 44 on May 12th, so you know more about me than I know about most of you, even if I know you intimately, because I'm very open on my channel, and I'm just going to open up and be myself and be me with you on everything that I post. It's all real too, even if you look at some of my crazy stuff where, maybe I use tasers on myself, whoops, sorry, but whatever. Or like, I go toe to toe with Antifa. There's some old videos like that are really, I gotta do a best ofs reel on my other show, Cast It. Shameless plug right there for Cast It, Cast It. But yeah, thanks for watching Classes In. Just keep at it, keep the writing, just keep on your computer 15 minutes a day. That's all we're asking of you right now. And that's me, myself, and I asking you that. And the reason that we want to do 15 minutes a day as writers, as a people, is because it's so important to keep that wheel of ideas, just a wheel, several of ideas, and the momentum and that drive and that passion going forward. Because even if you cease, especially in the beginning when you first start writing, if you cease one day of writing, one day quickly turns into 3 years and you didn't write. And that's a huge epic fail that a lot of writers make. So depending on your age, or maybe also very much where you're located, was also going to depend on what kind of writing you're going to want to do. I mean, if you're in New York, maybe you should do novel writing. Hire me at A1A Writing Company for that. I'll help you ghost a novel. Might want to be putting my name on it. You'll get a better rate that way. But, that's always negotiable. That's what contracts are for. So let's get into this week's session of Classes In. The bold and the beautiful, I'm gonna call it.
Not bold,
this is
and
when
then
to bold
caps.
things, why to
You
bold them,
capitalize,
when not
not
to,
bold
and
them.
why not
So we're
to.
calling it
I'm gonna throw
talking
you some
caps.
examples right here. So as mentioned, noise. The chainsaw right there, because it's what's making the noise. Chainsaw would be capitalized. Let's scroll here. See how the name centered right above the dialogue underneath the action line. It's definitely going to be capitalized as well. Alright, and another thing we want to talk about real quick here. Not always going to be capitalized when it is a noise. Just in the action line when you're referring to what is making the noise. A rock falls down a mountain and crushes, smashing a house into pieces. Like crushes and smashing in all caps. Things of that nature. But also it's important to know that if somebody's yelling in the dialogue, so say you got the character's name and centered right below it, you got their dialogue. But if they're yelling, their dialogue does not need to be in caps. That would be an exception. Do not bold, do not caps, do not do anything like that. You don't want to bold it anyways, but don't caps it, because you're going to put instead next to the character's name centered in parentheses. Watch, I'm going to show you right here. Instead, you're going to do this. You take the character's name. You see that? And we'll write in there screaming or screams. And then center the dialogue right below that. You see how most things, actually everything in a screenplay is centered. And then we just kind of keep scrolling. Now, I know we mentioned last time some tutorials and doing tutorials and how important those are with Final Draft, with any software, or with anything in life that you're trying to do. I mean, if you're going to learn how to play the guitar, you're not just going to jump in and do it without any lessons, not even online or anything. I mean, come on. I mean, unless you're a virtuoso, and it does happen, but do we believe in past lives, and maybe that's why?
Things that make you go home.
Anyway, who's to say, right? You're watching Classes In. My students, your teacher, Kyle Manfrey, welcome back. Now, sometimes an action line might be a bit too much, and you guys are probably wondering, but Kyle, what's too much? What do you mean too much for an action line? It's because I mentioned over-directing? Yes, that is why. Because you don't want to be like telling the director how to do their job, if that makes sense. You really don't want to be doing that at all. But at the same time, if a person's slipping in mud and they keep falling on their face, and it's part of your story, and it leads up to something, and it's definitely part of the story, then that's what the action lines are there for. It's not a call to action like when they go cut with the marker. A lot of people think that, but no, you know. So that's important to know. Also, we don't caps dialogue when people are screaming. We just put yells or screams or reference it right there in parentheses or something. I'll show you an example there. And let's see here. See right there. This screenplay is actually a really old one of mine. I can't even believe I didn't just. I have some that I just straight up, and I do regret it sometimes because, like, I think every creative genius regrets these kinds of things, having done them, but just destroyed them. I'm like, oh, these are garbage. I go back and read them, but like, I mean, they were. I was learning, but then again, you're gonna notice as a writer, the big part of it is you always are learning, and you always will be. Right now I'm going to show you guys how to do a spell check. So you're going to go right up there in the corner. I'm going to click ready here. Now, depending on how long your document is, this will search the entire document. So if you have, like, you know, your full 90 pages already done and finished, you could just wait to the end and do all the typographical errors later. Also, it's always good to get a fresh eye. But like they teach you in acting school and comedy school, and I find it oftentimes, but not always, but very oftentimes, to be true in writing school. They're not going to know your voice, anything other than. So the point is, don't try it on your family. They're not a good audience for usually your friends and those who know you the best. Especially if it's a comedy, that's just scientifically proven that they're not going to think you're funny. But an audience of your peers or of any age demo, if done right, can and will think that you are. You'll notice a lot of my work, my age demographic, is pretty broad. It usually ranges from 23 years old all the way up to 53 years old. But if you're older than that or younger than that, no need to stop watching. Still appreciate you guys. But my highest age demo right now is between 28 to 48. That's the number one. You know, there's 20 years right there, which I think is a pretty significant amount of years. And of that, it is vastly in that percentile, those 20%, vastly males. So thanks, guys and ladies. I've been trying to push up more content. In fact, I have been making some changes for you all, and I want you to always feel included to jump in on our course, especially for classes in. I mean, come on, classes in. You were getting, again, free screenwriting classes for free. There are no strings attached at all. You don't even have to subscribe. I wish you would. It'd be really nice of you, but I mean, I'm not even asking for money on here. I don't even have an option to ask for money beneath, because I believe that the monetization will follow in time. And even though a lot of YouTube people who teach us small content creators how to do things would shun me for this, I just don't have it. It's like putting your hand out and asking for change on the street corner. I would first do that probably, and then I would videotape it and make a video about it for y'all. But instead, I'm teaching you guys how to write now. So we're going to throw you some more examples up here on the screen.
Free!
Alright, so right here, right now, for now, we'll just stick to the first act, which is mentioned before. For your pitch, for example, your elevator 3B pitch, the 3B pitch itself will summarize your first act, and your first act will be one of 3 acts in your entire screenplay. And that's, again, in your character outline. If you need to reference any of the videos, feel free to do that. Or with hashtag cast it on my channel. I can throw a couple links below in the comments section. And then you can just kind of let them all roll. Or you can go to my YouTube page and just go to my playlist, Classes In. You're watching Classes In. Class, we grew so much last week. 80 new students, or over 80. There are 82 of you all. last I checked, and that's pretty amazing. Let's just give it up. I mean, wow. Very impressive. Yeah, there are a lot of people out there who actually want to sharpen their minds. And that's really cool to me. I think that's really exciting. Yeah, all you, like, that's just fresh. That's like people wanting to learn. People actually wanting to expand their brain power. And I'm giving you the tools to do it. You got the brain. You have the gift. It's your idea. It's your story. So let me be your friend. Let me help you get your story on your page. And if you want to get serious and you're just like at a wit's end and you're not super creative or good with words at all, you can always hire 818 Writing Company. That's been my writing company. I mean, we used to do DBA in the late 90s and early 2000s as it was Writing Wrongs, but then somebody bought out the DBA. They made me an offer I couldn't refuse. It was Writing Wrongs. Clever, right? But it was mostly an editing only kind of a place, whereas now I offer everything A to Z, and it's not just screenplays, it's teleplays and more. And eventually, in classes we will go over teleplays, which are TV scripts. So you can write your own version of The Office, or your own version of Shameless, or something maybe like Euphoria, or just something completely your own and original, just something all you with your own name and brand and ideas and labels. So I'm going to throw up a couple more things for you guys. Let's see that here. And even though sometimes we're going to be using action lines to take over, you gotta also have their asserted significance. And even though we're going to be blending out these action lines, they should still be just that. They should be blended. And I don't want you guys to think by any, it's hard not to think ahead when you're a writer. So I don't want you to think just because I say one thing, maybe it means another. But now you got the idea of what to capitalize and what not to. I'm hoping, at least for the general part. If not, remember, I always encourage my class to go ahead and raise your hand. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll answer it for you. If you have a question, I'm right here, man. The class is in. All right. So I'm going to throw you up a couple more examples, because now that we covered a lot about the caps and capitalizations and what to capitalize and what not to capitalize, basically, it was bold, it was beautiful. It's the name of this course, The Bold and the Beautiful. We don't name all our courses here.
Classes in.
Here being me, myself, and I, and of course, God. Couldn't do without you, JC, big guy, big man upstairs, right? But thank you guys for watching. Please make sure and just follow me along this journey. I mean, you don't only have to limit yourselves to watching classes in, even though it's great. I'm giving you pearls here, people. It's freaking amazing. And free screenwriting courses. With all my experience, you're not gonna find that anywhere. And they're gonna be like, this guy's insane. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Watch my other videos, subscribe, like, comment, share. I'll be straight, just completely shameless about it. I'll plug my stuff shamelessly. I don't care. I'm awesome. And I'm doing you guys a big solid, and you're doing yourselves a really big solid. That's why I was so proud of y'all last week for turning it up. My show Casted did really well too. I mean, for me, it was about 150 views, and for me that's huge, and I really appreciate it. And I believe the episode was just over 23-minute runtime. So, the watch hours, that really helps, because I'm not a monetized YouTuber yet. I'm just an unmonetized content creator, which is and are the very vast majority of YouTubes. There's rare exceptions, YouTubers, rather people who are content creators. Most of us don't get paid. But a lot of us, like me, we just don't get paid yet. You see what I'm saying? But we're lining up the bars and we're studying our analytics. And we're getting better and better and better by the day, because it's all about really you. It's YouTube. Because I make it, Maybe, so it's called you, but maybe it's because it's for you. It's what you guys want. You guys want it to be real. You guys want to learn how to write screenplays for free. Zest it. Why not? You guys want to be on there. You guys want to, do some, and good for you, learn things, learn recipes, and learn how to play music, and learn how to tell jokes. And I might even give you some comedy courses at one point. You never know what this cat will pull an ace up his sleeve. I'm a slick guy, man. I've been around LA my whole life, surviving Los Angeles. I'm an old cat at 44. Not super old, I know, not get crazy. I have comment wars, although I could use a few more comments. Likes, share, subscribe, hit that notifications bell. But, thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for watching. This has been another episode 4 of, course 4 of Classes In. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notifications bell.